I thought of another of a theory that I have for Osama Sentai King-Ohger, and this is kind of based on like the TV tropes page, more specifically their wild mass guessings, and I think some of them hold a lot of weight, and they're going to influence uh, the theory that I have in store. Okay, so the theory that I have regarding our big reveal from episode 5 is that Rackless is an evil king because he's being manipulated into doing so by his two advisors, Doga and Boshimar. And at the same time, these two either work for the Bugnarok, which are like the monster faction, or just straight up villain group of the season, as either maybe spies for the Bugnarok, or they're posing as the two leaders that we see so far. So how did I come up with this theory? I was going through the TV tropes page, and one of the theories put out is that Doga and Bashimar are indeed the two guys. I didn't try to come up with the names. I only remember the leader, Emperor Desnalak, I think is his name, and yeah. So that same trope pointed out that the only ones who knew about Gira going with Yanma to Inkasopa in episode 2 are Rackless and his Doga and Boshimar. But somehow we get Emperor Desnarak and his prime minister showing up there in Inkasopa, even though not a lot of people know about it. Now it could be that, again, they could be spies for Bognarok, or they are Bognarok in a way. But it's just kind of convenient. And this is further backed up by something that I noticed in episode 5, where Rackless is trying to look for another one of the greater shoe gods. If I remember correctly, I saw the scorpion, and he says to I think his two advisors that it's hidden in a sheet of ice, which is referring to Gokan, which is Rita's kingdom, and Rita being the focal point of the most recent episode. And then by the end of that episode, we find out that Bognarok got their hands on the amber contain for God Scorpion, I believe. Yeah. And the preview kind of implies that yes, we're gonna get God Scorpion is going to be an enemy for episode 6. So and then we get to the big reveal from episode 5 that Gira, Red Ranger Kuwagata Oger, is indeed the younger brother of Rackless, who of Evil King Rackless, which begs certain questions like how did Gira end up in the orphanage in the first place, and why was Rackless so different in disposition compared to how he is in like the present time of King-Ohger. This is where the manipulation idea comes in, because Doga and Boshimar, as I think they're like lifelong servants, because I think at least we only see Boshimar in that flashback, where he's calling for young Rackless because the king is summoning him. So Rackless will be more trusting of Doga and Boshimar, I guess. I think Gira ended up in the orphanage because he had to be put out of the way by whoever's manipulating Rackless, possibly, or it could be Rackless himself. It could also be possible that he knows he's working for Bognarok, but I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Rackley seems like the type of guy that's just outright, only I can rule the world, not Gira and the others, and definitely not the Bagnarok either. So again, again it's possible that he's still being manipulated. I mean, uh, in a way, he just kind of handed Bagnarok God Scorpion if and only if Doga and Boshimar do work for Bagnarok. And also, the concept of advisors being uh, puppeteers to kings, uh, always making sure they go a certain way, doing things that normally they shouldn't be doing. I guess it doesn't seem that far fetched. I mean, it's the whole show is about like about these kinds of rangers who are kings and queens or just monarchs in general, and with it comes like responsibilities. People trying to, I guess, usurp the throne, among other things. I don't know if they're ever going to go for a lot of these like classic medieval theories, but yeah, I hope I'm making sense regarding what I did here. I made up these notes on the fly. So again, my theory is that Doga and Boshimar, Rackley's two advisors, they work for Bagnarok to manipulate Rackley's into becoming king, so that they can do their world conquest thing. But to do that, they had to get Gira out of the way, which is why he was sent into the orphanage. And for some reason, he doesn't seem to know much about Rackley's. Like, there's nothing in the interaction they had in episode 1 that maybe Rackley's order could be. I might have missed it. But again, Gira had to be put out of the way so that Rackley's can unwittingly, possibly do Bagnarok's dirty work for them. I mean, they got the God Scorpion Amber, who is supposed to be, I think, who I think is supposed to be one of the great guardian deities, along with the Beetle brothers plus Hopper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you can, if you have any theories about King-Ohger and where it could go after seeing the first 5 episodes. So yeah, thanks for watching.